Hello everybody, welcome for the first time to VSL and to the French Grand Prix here for the first pre-season for the new season. We are, as you can see, in qualifying, doing a short qualifying, and it's our first chance to see what everybody's pace is on the new game. So yes, Tom, our reigning champion, is fastest already with the first of 5 laps from the drivers. We'll see how it else does throughout the session, and yeah, brand new game, so hopefully we'll see maybe some surprises. One surprise I'm not fond of are the glitches, and if we find some glitches here, then I can't do anything about that. Hopefully these will all be gone by the start of next, well, hopefully the next event. You never know when Cody's are with our updates, but anyway, yes, any glitches, you're just gonna have to deal with it, I guess. So yeah, 5 times on the board already. We've got Tom from Callum, Sam, Metza, and Brandon. So I'm just trying to see who's closest to the end. Here's Josh, who now goes quickest with 1:30.3, decent lap from him there. And Yellow's in sector 3. I wonder if anyone's had an issue there. I was trying to find it. Leader goes up to 5th. Looking at Robo Jeep, maybe he was just going solo to start his lap. Clippy's on a lap. Look out for Clippy this season. He's going to be pretty quick. Here's Ahmed, who goes into 7th. And like I say, look out for Clippy this season, because he's showing a lot of promise. I mean, I've seen him a lot in other leagues, and he's pretty quick. So you know, he'll be quite good. There's Jordan joining, so he'll be here for the race. That means we'll have a 13 car field. And yes, like I say, he's quick as well. I think he won in Japan last season. I believe he did anyway. I'm not sure. It's a long time ago, but I think he did. Remember, I think he did. But anyway, let's see what Cliffy does. He's not going to go quickest, unfortunately, so he must have had some issues on the lap, because that's going to be absolutely nowhere. Robo Jeep's had a disaster, it appears, as well. Not going to get a lap done. Button is on an out lap. Trying to figure out where that is. I think that's on the way down to the chicane, halfway down the straight. Now, one thing you might have noticed is the fact that this season, well, this game, short qualifying has been extended. It is now 18 minutes. That means generally you'll be able to get 3 runs in rather than 2. So that is very useful. And it just means we get a better look at people's pace. And there's yellow, so I wonder if Robo Jeep and Button are just going slowly. It's irritating that this causes yellow flags. So most of the time in qualifying, if you see a yellow flag, this will be the reason, because people are just preparing for the laps. They're saving their ERS, as you can see on the bottom right. Another new feature, ERS management. There are 6 different stages, I believe. You've got none, and then you've got low, medium, high, overtake, and hot lap. Hot lap is option 5, number 5. You'll see it on the bottom right beside the fuel icon. You can see there's a 1 there for a button right now. That'll go up to 5, I imagine, as you can see there, for the start of his hot lap. And I think we'll follow him round. There doesn't seem to be any rev glitches here, so we will follow for an onboard lap, and plenty of wheel spin there on the exit, as here comes Button to start the lap. Then in his Renault here in France, there's Brandon. Might give him a little bit of a slipstream, but into turn 1, almost contact. I think they got away with it though. Bit of a wide entry, and that's going to affect him throughout the corner, and it means he's already had a bit of a shaky start, but hopefully we'll see him improve it, hitting the apex quite well through here. You'll notice there's lots of blue and red everywhere. Apparently that's meant to slow the cars down, but quite frankly it looks like toothpaste. So yeah, you don't want to go on that part. You want to make sure you're staying on the track. This corner, that one who's just went through there, extremely difficult in the wet. I was saying, luckily we're on dry, we're on clear for this, so there's going to be no wet weather at all. And this chicane as well cuts it a little bit there. I think we'll get away with that. So many different variations here. You need to make sure you're not taking the wrong track. It's certainly one of them tracks at Racing Line is useful on, and I think Button, I said he might have got away with that cut. I don't think he did, actually. Matt Tibos has waved. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. And yeah. Oh yeah, there's also white as well. You don't see as much white actually on the edge of the track. So that also helps slow the car down. And Robo Jeep doesn't look like he's got a lap done either. It doesn't look like anyone's doing sort of any laps here. Now I think Tom's on an out lap. He is. Callum, he's on 4. I don't know. We'll follow him round. We'll see. It looks like he is on an out. He's on a flyer. He's on a flyer, I think. Some people have seen use overtake then hot lap or the other way round. It could help with acceleration, I believe, sometimes. Can't say I've tried this myself. But I really can't tell this is a flyer or not. It's difficult when you can't actually, you know, see what speed they're going. So for example, Metz, I can tell he's on a flyer. You've got his 5 and you can also hear his res properly. And you can see that he's absolutely pushing it. And he's definitely going a lot quicker than Callum, it seemed. But we'll follow Callum still round. Does look like he's on a lap. So we will finish this one with him. 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in France. And onto the main straight. This is looking actually like quite a good lap. I didn't think he was going too quickly, but in fact he's gone fastest. So 30 dead. The revs, like I say, make it a little bit harder to tell. So hopefully I'll be able to tell at others anyway. Josh comes out for his out lap, as does Ahmed. That means everybody but 2, they're all on the track at the moment. And here comes Metzer across the line. He wants to be beating his time at least before moving up. And he does beat his time, but he stays in 6th place, 1.7 off the pace. Trying to look for someone who's actually on a lap right now. It's quite difficult. I'm sure Tom has started his by now, and here we are. Now you can see him actually. Take a look at his ERS. I'm just sort of noticing this now. Once again, I'm not 100% sure what's fuel he's got, because at the minute it looks like he's almost out, so maybe he's not going to be able to finish the lap and come back in. Maybe this will be his last attempt. But you can see his ERS. Some corners is going all the way down to 2, I saw, down the straight, and then going straight back up. I guess it helps with slowing down. It's an interesting tactic. I haven't seen many people do that, as a Ferrari's gone off there. Must be Ahmed. I think he's the only Ferrari on the track. And we'll see if Tom decides to turn his ERS down in any other corners as he heads to the final corner and onto the main straight now. Let's see, he's got 30 dead to beat. He's not going to do that, but we'll see if he improves at least. His 2nd place, 1/10 off, and a decent lap there. Josh is also on a lap, but he's also got the road switch, and that means we have to watch from the outside. Gives you a better look at this track, I guess. Obviously, a new track on this game, as I've said. And yellows in Sector 1. Is that someone else slowing down, or is that Ahmed of Tenarnia? That'll be what's called for that. And yeah, I don't know what people's opinions really are of the track. Some people really do enjoy this track. Others don't particularly like it. I'm one of the people that do like it. I really do think it's a good track, and it looks like Josh has abandoned that lap. For goodness sake, can we not just catch a good lap? Okay, Sam is on. Well, he's on a lap now, I think, or did he just finish one? I can't tell. Not very good at paying attention when I'm watching other drivers. Did he settle up? I don't know. I don't know. He set one lap on the entire, so I'll assume this the lap he's just sent there. And that is low ERS usage there for Lee, so he isn't on a lap. No usage at all for Metzer. And looking down, Brandon, he's 9/10 up on his last lap. He's still going around on super softs. He did this for his 1st lap as well, I believe. And as he comes up towards the line, how much will he improve by? It goes up to 6th place. I mean, on the super softs, not a bad lap. Now we are doing 50% race, I believe, anyway. So could this make the 1-stop viable for Brandon? We'll see how his race pace is. Anybody else on a lap? Looks like actually Ahmed might be preparing for one as he heads up towards the end of the lap. Now you can see he's using 5 ERS, and let's see, yep, he's doing a lap. So we'll follow him round then in his Ferrari. Very nice looking Ferrari issue, much nicer than the last one in my opinion. And yeah, I'm not sure what people think about this one either. I've seen some people really like this livery, others aren't too fond of it. I don't know. And he actually goes quite wide there. I think he might have invalidated that. So the search for a lap continues. And Brandon, there was a yellow flag. I don't know if that's him that's caused that or what, but He's definitely going very slowly. Ruben Jeep's on his out lap. I think, fingers crossed, he'll be the first to cross his line and start the next lap as he goes off to Narnia. Oh, come on. I want to catch one lap. Come on. Get a move on. You haven't even got broken revs. Get it moving. Get going. You don't need to slow down this much. I mean, oh, brilliant. I know I can't search anywhere else. I need to go all the way down here like that. Because, look at that. Okay, what's now? So is Brandon actually going to do a lap? He's out of fuel, so no, he's not going to do a lap. So, assuming Robo Jeep stays first on this path, then, just cuts the corner. He will, he'll be first to do a lap, and we can follow him around. And we can hopefully get a good onboard lap with 3 minutes and 20 to go. As, he goes for pole. He's 3.4 off at the moment, last of the times set so far. Button being the only person not to set a time in his Renault. And that really wasn't optimal there for that last corner. I think he probably could have been a bit quicker, and he put the DRS on a little bit as well. So a compromised start to the lap for Robo Jeep before he even gets, well, into turn 1. Let's see how this one goes. Misses the apex, gives him a wide entry for the next bit, and that's already lost him loads of time. It's such a difficult turn to get right. As you saw from the onboard, the way the sun is, you can barely even see the apex. And it just makes it a lot harder, because it's so difficult to judge. And here as well, it's really difficult to judge the braking zones. But, through Sector 1 is a 30, well, I thought you just said it there. Clearly complete wrong time it showed me on the screen compared to others. I thought 31.7, but then it went back down to 29, so I'm just going to ignore it said that and keep moving with this in towards one of many chicanes. This is obviously the correct one, as I said earlier, definitely one for the racing line, I believe. Like, I'm not very good at remembering track layouts, especially when they're new. So yeah, racing line really is a godsend. This corner, flat out, it's a really good corner actually. I'd be interested to see if anyone decides to go side by side. And this, it's a long sweeping right-hander. You'd think you'd be able to take quite a lot of speed through here. It's quite difficult. I mean, you're quite a lot slower than you'd imagine through there. And it looks like Robo Jeep, as you can see in the bottom left of the bottom right, and then look bottom left, there's a D, and you can see his bar there is empty. It's just empty, so we cannot use any errors now. That's it. He's done nothing. You can see the H to the right, it's got harvesting. That's only about half full, so he hasn't done that much harvesting. He goes up to 9th, but he could have done more harvesting to help him there on that lap and give him that extra boost to the line. I don't think it would have affected him too much, but it's just something else to notice during the race. The ERS is a very complex system, and it's something that you really all need to keep an eye on throughout the race. And just noticing this, Josh and Brandon aren't doing any more laps. Only a minute to go. They're still on the pits, so they're finished. They're finished. And Urs runs out again there for Clifffield. He comes to the line at 3rd place on the super softs. Wow, that's impressive for the Williams. So yeah, both Williams going for the super soft tyre. And well, we'll watch Callum for now. I'll just see if anyone else is close to the end of a lap, maybe further on. Ahmed's gone some distance, as well as Metza will follow him to the line. He will get another lap if he chooses to take it, although his ERS is running low. It doesn't refill after every lap. See that? The bar is only at 51%. He has to be able to manage that to make sure, you know, it doesn't go down to 0. He'll cross the line. He goes quicker, but, you know, doesn't improve his position. And that bar will still keep going down, so he will, I think, do another lap, interestingly enough. As, like I say, Josh is done, Brandon's done, and Button sets no time. He missed it. Here is Sniper. Some good distance for the lap. But I think it's time to watch. Oh, well. I was hoping we could watch Callum maybe go for pullback. I think he's got a tad lost, to be honest. So, well, we'll watch Tom instead, who isn't lost, but is caught behind better than Sniper, as him and Ahmed both got off the track to let the McLaren through. McLaren dizzying height to 2nd place right now. Something that's very unrealistic, unfortunately, right now. and heading through the final couple of corners now into the final hairpin. It's a really difficult corner to get right, especially on your first couple of attempts. But here comes Tom to the line, 30 dead to beat, and he's done it. Oh, he hasn't done it. He's been invalidated, I think, because I think that said 29.7, and that would have been enough. But he's actually knocked up the time, and that means we're only waiting on Ahmed. He had already been off the track on that lap to avoid Tom. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that it said a 29.7, but unfortunately he must have had it invalidated, because that would have been enough for pole position. So first blood, let's say, of this brand new season. Well, I'll wait for it to pop up here, because the last thing I need is to be wrong instantly. So Lee and Josh holding this all up for the results. So yeah, definitely wasn't validated. First blood goes to It's Me then, from Tom, Cliffy, Sam, Josh, Lee, Brandon, Ahmed, Metza, Ruboji, Better Than Sniper, and Button, with no time, and the two Williams boys on the super soft tyres. Interesting for the first pre-season race of the season. That makes sense. And yeah, 5 seconds before we can get to the grid. I'm not sure if formation lap is on or not. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. So yes, loading screen, fascinating. But yeah, hasn't actually been that many glitches. I don't want to jinx it, but there haven't really been that many glitches so far. We've had the Rebs glitch, but nothing else really apart from that. And we have Jordan, don't forget, joining us on the grid, so he will, I believe, start last. I don't know what last is. What is that? What, 13, something like that. Like I say, I'm trying to remember everything new. And yeah, just have to wait now. I don't know if we still have this long 1 minute sort of just chill. I mean, Button sort of got that one. If there was a 1 minute chill, then we're not getting that 1 minute chill because the Button has just gone ahead and started. Oh, I think Yuri just tried to join. Yuri was close to getting in, but he's missed it, so that could have been one more driver on top of the rest to get in. And do we do a formation lap? Yes, we are doing a formation lap. So the drivers get off the grid then, and I believe that's already a collision with the Cyber and the Williams. Although I don't see any disqualifications, so it must have been very close. So yeah, you can see our grid. Let's see what starting tyres everyone's going on. Anything interesting? Obviously you've got the two Williams on the Supers, and everyone from 11th down also on the Super Sauce. So it's Ultras and Supers all round. And we'll just get all the telemetry and lap data on. Button's been disqualified. And let's do what I usually do really in these new season, which generally means new helmets. So let's see what sort of designs. I mean, It's Me instantly has a pretty nice one. I see black and yellow. Yellow, black, black and yellow. Way. So that's a nice helmet to start with. Tom, is that one of the special ones? Is that one of the designed ones for last year's game? I think he might have, which is also quite nice. You know, I'll give it to him. Good helmet. I don't know. Is that one of the special ones? If it isn't, then he's made it a good design. But I thought that's one of the special ones. Clippy's got a good one as well. Works well with the Williams colours on there. Works really well with that actually. Sam with his usual get up. He hasn't changed his helmet from last season, I don't believe. That is still very much purple, very much silvery and blue on there as well, I believe. Josh has got a nice one, works well with a Mercedes. Nice. And Lee's one is pretty good with the Taurus. I think that is just pure blue as well, so that's pretty nice as well. Brandon, gold and black. Nice. That's one of the ones from last year. That's my favourite one of the specially designed ones from like fans from last year's game that got brought over to this one as well. Metza, what have we got here? You need to see a better angle on that one, but I think that's white, black and blue, so that's quite nice as well. Rubo Jeep, same as was it Ahmed's one? And better than Sniper. Is that purplish type of colour and white on the top? Button. Oh yeah, we can't see them because they've been disqualified. That's so stupid. Yeah, the cars are out of the race, by the way. You can't actually see their name or what they're doing. Well, you can't see their name, but you actually can't, you know, select it and see what they're doing. And that's a dreadful angle. We don't want that for the start. We're getting some lights on here in France. Paul Ricard, and oh dear, what a disaster. Both McLarens have had horrific starts. Tom says he's had some issues with his controller. There's an incident there at the back. Tom has said he has issues with his controller. It makes him jump start unintentionally. So that's what's happened there. But yeah, incident between Josh, Rubaji and Metza already. And looks like Sam has fell right down as well. So there's been some chaos already at the start here. And that's quite close between Jordan in the upper Ferrari and better than the Sniper. As you can see, Sammy also had an awful start. Ah dear, Button's got a penalty. Oh, he's all over the show as well. People are really struggling on this first lap here at Paul Ricard. As we're seeing all of the, well, destruction. I want to see if anyone's actually got damage though from this start. It's hard to tell actually with the halo. Yeah, that's another new thing. I haven't mentioned it. The halo. It's brand new for this game, brand new for real life, blah 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 blah. No one cares about it, and Josh has had a hissy fit and left. We can't see though because you know he's left. So yeah, Tom leads, although he won't keep it. It's me second, Callum, Cliffy for Lee fourth, Button with a penalty in fifth. Sam's got back on the sixth. He was down to something like what was it, ninth, wasn't it? Oh wow, that's a Brown getting his elbows out there in the Williams, getting back past Jordan, and there goes Jordan's teammate. There's a broken front wing on the right, or the left, sorry. You can see that on that shot's a really good one to see, the damage. Oh, and Thomas speeding in the pit lane as well. It's just gotten worse for the reigning champion. Ahmed gets past Jordan, who then pits. I wonder if he'll speed as well. Very difficult pit lane to get right, and he also speeds. So, yeah. What about Metza? How does this one go? That one was fine. And RoboJeep keeping it nice and slow as well. So it's now Callum leading the race from Clippy, who's very close in them supers. Really decent pace already with Button third, Sam fourth, and there was a battle with Brandon and Lee, but I think that's just ended. We'll see how Ahmed does against Lee now, if he does get close, and we'll also keep an eye on Cliffy. I don't believe there's a slipstream glitch if somebody leads a session. As you can sort of see, I mean, Cliffy is closing on the straight. He's got some good slipstream, so that's all good. Now, this is flat out for a good 10-15 seconds, so if Cliffy can just stay close enough to Callum, he could be having a look into that sweeping right-hander just after this one. But he does need to stay right on him. He's got a better line for that. You can see how quickly he closes up, riding on board. And he can't quite get past, but he's definitely looking quicker at the moment. On them super sauce, they're working really well here. Lap 2 out of 27, and Cliffy is the man who certainly looks to have the advantage so far in this race. As Button is, I don't know quite how he got the penalty. He must have just passed someone within that turn 1 crash and got unlucky maybe off the back of it. And there's yellows, so I think Lee's had an incident, yeah. So he falls down to 8th, and I think that's Tom, who still has a penalty to take, a 5-second. He'll get ahead into 8th. And 30 seconds back, is that? Jeez. Oh, he's off again. Lee's off again. Now, this is something I've noticed. If you spin once in this game, your tyres get way too warm. They are ruined. It takes ages to get them back down, cooled down. So it would be very difficult to not spin again, or just, you know, lose the back end in general. As Lee goes into the pits and he's going to speed, is he? Oh my goodness. That was you know, it could have been better, really, couldn't it? Let's be honest. And yeah, Lee into the pits. And we'll just see how everyone else is doing. Cliffy, right on the back of it's me. And you could tell he really wanted to go for that, but he just had to wait. And on the exit here, lap 3, remember, DRS is enabled now. And I have no idea where the zones are, so I think we're going to have to go back to see. No DRS here. I'm pretty sure there's no DRS there. There's DRS on the main straight, and that first bit of the straight down to the chicane. I believe that's where DRS is. But don't quote me on it. And yeah, Brandon has got a penalty for multiple warnings as he gets past Sam. He then gets back past him. And Brandon, though, looks to me maybe trying to keep it on the exit. He could, if he stays close enough, as Cliffy also gets really close. It's me, Callum. I keep switching the names. If I call them two different things, they are the same person. It's me and Callum. But anyway, Cliffy's about to pass him. Will he try it run the outside? DRS is enabled. Here he goes, round the outside. That's going to be difficult. He'll want the inside run, and he will get it. But I wonder if he's going to stay on track. Oh, that's close. As there goes side by side down towards the next right-left now, and that is going to be Callum staying in the lead. There's a lot of contact going on there. They don't want to make contact and actually lose some front wing. It's a lot easier this year to lose front wing, I've noticed, and you can get punctures off Daybury a lot easier as well. Just ask Brandon. He knows all about that already. And here comes Cliffy, second burst of DRS, around the outside again, and finally gets ahead. Although Callum, I'm sure, won't want to give this one up too easily. Although I don't think he's got much choice. He's cutting corners. He's got that all rolled into there. Cliffy leads then on the Superstar tyres. Look to be working quite well. Something else you can notice, actually, you can see the tyre graphic there and how many laps the drivers have been on them as well. That is really useful, actually. Yeah, you know, Sam, we know Sam has already just made a pit stop there because he hasn't done any laps on them tyres yet, so he has to have just been in the pits. So that's something else new, really useful. And Tom, as you saw, has got past Ahmed, but Ahmed still pretty close in the Ferrari, but unfortunately not able to make anything of it. Now Metza, this will be down the straight, but he's just not close enough to get past Sniper. I think I'll just call him Sniper for now, in the Red Bull. And yeah, now it's Button gonna be trying to get past. It's me, is it, or was that just a graphical thing? Yeah, it was just a graphical thing. No dear, thought we were gonna have another battle there. Lap 5 then out of 27 here at Paul Ricard is Cliffy from It's Me, Button, Brandon, Hamilton, who is Tom, for anyone who's confused, because that is a new gamer tag for him, Ahmed, Sam, although I believe that might change now with Ahmed being in the pits. We'll see. This will be actually quite close. This will be interesting three-way battle. By the way, it's looking at the moment. I don't know where Ahmed is. There he is. He's actually going to be quite far behind. Thought it'd be a little closer. There's only a 37-mile-an-hour speed limit in there, I think. Keep forgetting that. Really slow pit lane. So actually that's Ahmed down to 8th now. Sam and Jordan ahead of them. Or him. Has Sniper and Metza close right up now. With Lee and Rubajeep at the back with Josh out. And there was a move from Sniper. Looked like a little bit of a dive bomb. And there's contact with the Cyber and the Ferrari as well. Ahmed struggling for pace on these new tyres as he gets overtaken by the Red Bull. And now he looks almost certainly be overtaken by this Cyber and Metza if he's not careful. Although he will get DRS on Sniper as well. So this really will become a free car fight. As on the outside, Ahmed will look, but he won't find a way through. And that's straight into the back almost. So that doesn't help the front wing. And you can see he's already struggling still. Tyres aren't warmed up yet. Probably not the best time to be fighting. These guys have been on their tyres for 2 laps for Sniper. And Supers from Metza, 3 laps on them. So lots of pit stops so far actually. It's quite surprising as Tom pits again. Has he got damage or what? I wonder if he's trying to go maybe for an alternate strategy. Maybe takes some softs to the end. They are Supers. He's taking his penalty, of course. And from a race he started second, he jumped the start and is now having to make his second trip to the pits today, and might join this fight here. So this could get fun. Tom is going to be right in this battle, a 4-car battle, and I think it's probably not the best. Well, probably not the worst position actually to be watching from Tom. Because he's extremely quick. He's great at these battles. And he'll be looking up the inside of Metza now. And just trying to see if we can maybe not have the revs going. We've got this halo cam for now. Hopefully we can stick it up, but still rev glitches. And there's going to be some DRS then. Let's see who wins in this fight then. Ahmed versus Sniper and Metza versus Tom. I believe we're going to see probably 2 overtakes happening now. And exactly as I've said, Ahmed looked for the move. Tom made his move, but the Cyber's still looking. Will either of these two make the move stick? Tom does, and here comes Ahmed now. Can Ahmed make this work? Up to the fast right-hander, flat out through here. This will be an interesting move if he can make it work around the outside. Really brave as well, and he does stick it in there. He does still try, and he just couldn't get there because Tom, from nowhere, actually managed to get past the 2 of them. So that 4-car fight will probably become a 3-car fight soon. And there goes Ahmed as well, making the move on Sniper. A little bit of contact, but nothing too harmful. And Tom will sprint off now into the distance as these 3 continue to fight. And Button's now ahead actually. If it's me, I think I've completely missed that. I don't know if that's a pit stop or what, or maybe he just hits me struggling for pace. But yeah, not having a good time out there. And here comes Metza on Sniper. And that would have been a brave move, but I think Sniper's gone wide and it could be easy maybe on the exit here. All over the place is the Red Bull, and the Cyber should just go through there. We'll see though. Into the chicane, he's got that done. So that is P9 for the Cyber, and the Red Bull there of Sniper really has lost out to Metza, Ahmed and Tom, who just went past all 3 of them in the space of 1 lap. Pretty good driving. So it's a shame that that one went so badly wrong for him there. And yeah, he's recovered to 7th, but we'll just see how far he is off the leader. He's 48 seconds back already. I mean, look how many stops people have had as well. It's quite surprising. There's fastest laps while I go and find pit stops. Top 4, the only people not to have stopped yet is lap 8. And you can just see how shaken up the order is as well. Look at that. Button second, with a penalty mind you. Fastest lap though, and 10 places gained. Brilliant from him so far. Made out the most by far, as well as Jordan. He's had a decent start from the back. Obviously didn't do qualifying, so he's had a really decent time of it in his Ferrari. And he's still close to Sam. Maybe we can see a battle between these 2 soon. But we will get back to the intervals. Yeah, that's better. And to tyres. So, yeah. Clivy looks comfortable up front anyway. And It's Me really is losing a lot of time, isn't he? I mean, Brandon's catching quite quickly to him. He's caught, what, 1.5 seconds in like a lap? He used to be finding it quite easy around here. It's Me clearly not quite acclimatized clearly to the track as much as others so far. And this is the whole point of pre-season, I guess, you know. See where you're strong, see where you're not, improve on it for the start of the season. And here comes Big Metza on Ahmed, making more moves now. And these 2 are going to go side by side on the exit up towards the fast right-hander at the end of this long, flat-out section. This could get fun. They're side by side. I don't want to miss anything by going on board, so we'll just stay on broadcast camera. Who gets ahead out of these 2 then? The Cyber of Metza still on the inside. Little bit of contact was there. Debatable, but Ahmed loses the position. But we'll have a great exit on board down the inside, forcing Metza just to go round the outside, which actually ironically gives him a better exit. These 2 have been going side by side for the best part of half a lap, and they're still going at it up towards the final corner now. Surely Metza has it now, but there's still more as this contact. I was about to say Ahmed would have DRS. He still does, mind you, but he's now 11th, and he's been hit by Sniper. And well, that's not a good impression, is it, to make on your pre-season? You don't want to be hitting people off, and that is unfortunate. But I said about Jordan catching Sam, and well, here's the proof of it. DRS then for Jordan, and he is keeping good pace on them soft tyres. Don't forget, these guys have made stops. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how this all pans out when the top 4 come in, because I really just don't know what to make of this so far. There has been a pit stop for Callum. Yellows though. Yellows in sector 1. Robo Jeep. Has he had an issue? It seems rather far behind. Doesn't look particularly comfortable in them tires either. And yeah, maybe something happened there. But yes, Jordan, he's looking good, and It's Me has pitted. And that means Sam and Jordan won't even jump them. They're actually 5 seconds behind. So that just shows how quick them top 4 have been at the start and how little issues they've actually had. And these two will both stay. I wonder what happens to these top 3. Are they also going to stay out as well? They have stayed out ages to go. Wow. And yellows in sector 3. What's happened? Oh dear, Lee. And oh, Robocheap. And I can't see what happened to him because the game will not let me. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's gone wrong. Still yellows though. I mean, is Lee struggling? It's not Lee. Anyone else close to be the top 3, but I don't see anything going wrong there. That, I think, was the car of Robojeep we just saw there to the right. As Lee just flashed past, it was only there for about a split second, really, as Lee pits again. And, yeah. Race run, really, for him, isn't it? Oh, dear. Ah. Yeah. We've got the pit stop glitch. This is basically... Hopefully this will all be patched out, but basically we've no idea what Lee's going to be doing now for the rest of the race. He's going to be sitting there, I believe, the whole time now. So, just focus on other things, I guess. Now, who to focus on? These two? Or these two? I think we probably best focus in on Sniper first. As Button pits, that'll be Williams 1-2 then. Who would have predicted that? And Sniper almost losing it there. Flat out right-handers aren't as easy as you'd expect on this game. The curbs are lethal. If you sit on the curb too much, you are spitting off into the barriers. No matter how far away you look, you really could end up as far as the barrier. And Button, you can see that penalty has put him behind Sam and Jordan. But miles ahead of Tom. So it's really top 6 versus everyone else, really. And even then, it's probably more top 4 versus everyone else. We got a freeze apparently. Button had a freeze happen as a move there. Didn't seem to be much fight there from Metza. But yeah, I know he had an issue in turn 1, or at least the first lap anyway, for Button that gave him the penalty. But you can see it hasn't quite worked out for him. And he said he had a freeze as well. So yeah. Well, still 6th, still ahead of Tom and Metza. Let's see how this will go with a Cyber Driver. Down the straight, DRS will be enabled, and we'll see. I don't think it'll get closer. So we'll see what Jordan's doing on Sam, because he's getting very close indeed. He's just getting close, just too late on, unfortunately, and he can't take advantage. I mean, he really is threatening it. I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see him just start pulling away if he gets past in the first place. So yeah. Jordan really threatening right now on sounds the TV. He's trying to turn off. That's not good. And Brandon pits. Let's actually watch a pit stop. Yeah, I haven't really watched that many, so that's why I don't watch pit stops. I can't believe this. Okay, right. I'm gonna from now on not look at pit stops anymore, because I have a feeling that's probably what's causing that visual glitch. So unfortunately, I can't watch pit stops. So that's Brandon then. We won't know what he's doing for the rest of the race. So we'll just sort of see where he ends up in the end. As Metza versus Sniper. So you just got to ignore Brandon. This order isn't the correct order, unfortunately. And Metza, I thought he was going down the inside into turn 1 there. I was about to say that would be quite extraordinary. He's using hot lap. He wants to get this done now, but he's gone straight back down to low. So, as I say that, he doesn't do anything. And yeah, like I say, pit lane glitch. Basically, if you watch a pit stop appears on the spectator, they're just not going to leave. As you can see, the entire team is turned into a statue. Everyone's, you know, it's pretty impressive. But at least they've stayed and, you know, been with their driver. Oh, get out of the pit lane. Pistol up for the leader. Do not want to miss anything. Go wrong there. And yeah, last of the pitters, I believe. Right now. And yeah, I feel they'll probably mostly be one stops. I mean, like Tom, he'll be pitting again, as will Metz himself. He hasn't. There's no way he'll get to the end on them tires. And yeah, didn't get past actually there, Sniper. So we'll stay ahead for the time being. And oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. How does this work then? I've seen one. I'm confused. I'm bewildered. I have no idea what to sort of say. I mean, let's see how this looks from Metzer. We have a feeling it's probably going to get stuck too. In the pits. This is just an issue with the game. And, you know, I knew this would be a risk when streaming, that we might end up not seeing half the field, as Metzer has a successful stop. But yeah, 3 people we can't see then, unfortunately. And you know, 2 of them are front runners. So for now, it says that Callum is winning. He's not, although he might be. You never know. Shambles could go down, but the 2 Williams are stuck in the pits, and so is Lee. Can't do anything about it. And will Jordan finally get past the McLaren of Sam? I mean, he's really has been threatening it. He must be so frustrated sitting behind this whole time, just trying to find a way through and just not able to do it. And through the final corner once again, and Button will be right on the back of these 2 eventually. As right, okay, so it says Cliffy's pitting again, and now there's yellows in sector 3. What is going on? I don't know. What is happening right now? Right. Lee has a penalty, so that's a proof he's on track. And look at this. We're going to be getting a 3-car fight once again in this race. Here for what they say is second, but most likely isn't. You never know though. I'm not going to go on about positions anymore because I don't think any of them are right now. So unfortunately, I'm just going to say he's made the move, he's done this, he's done that. And here goes Jordan, making the move at last. But it could end up being for nothing, because these 3 are right on the back of each other, aren't they? This could end in tears, or it could be a superb battle. Hopefully, like the one earlier, it won't be a disaster. Or unlike the one earlier, as Button gets past 1. So, as I said, Jordan, how frustrating was that for him? He's been right behind Sam the whole time, and now he's behind the 2 of them. When he finally makes his move, it goes wrong for him. Oh, he's into the back! He's into the back there. I wonder if that's a bit of desync. But definitely getting close between them 2, and it is desync because Button has just teleported ahead. So, yeah. They're really trying to make this look like everything is going wrong. I mean, apparently Jordan's not even getting DRS. I'm past the point of trying to understand this right now. Button has a penalty there, so as he tries to get past, oh, it doesn't actually go with the move. I was surprised by that. I thought he might have actually went for it, but he didn't. Fair play to him. Maybe he doesn't want an incident. But yeah, he gets a penalty when trying to make a move, and he slowed down into that chicane, wasn't able to get the move done. So maybe when these 2 start getting close, because it's about to happen as Sam defends, Jordan can get involved, who's using his DRS now, and actually make the move on the 2 of them. Maybe take advantage, just like Button is doing now. And these 2 are side by side. This is perfect for Jordan. I wish I could ride on board. It's what I always love to do, and I've made concept. And I have to give that to Sam, to be honest. He shouldn't really have cut across like that. From my perspective, anyway, it looked like he cut across as Jordan finally gets past him. And Sam all of a sudden becomes the big loser. And he's definitely going to try to get back past. But I'm pretty sure he just sort of cut across, and he can't do that. As Cliffy says the fastest lap, suggests he's in around the lead. I believe he'll probably still be leading this. if he's setting fastest laps, I don't really imagine he's got any sort of competition, especially when you got Button fighting these two, and Brandon was only third when the pit stop came. And well, yeah, that doesn't help either. Can't get in penalties here in this Force India, and that's wide. Oh, penalty for Jordan as well. But yeah, look at this track from above. It really gives you a good idea. Just seeing how much reds and blue there is everywhere, and the pink curves and all sorts. You can see where drivers have been off during the race. One of them went way off into Narnia. It's better sniper since the fastest out of the race. Good stuff. And yeah, that was a good aerial view just to show you how the runoff area is really made on this track. As suddenly Sounds become the chaser. I typically expected that in his McLaren. And it was quite remarkable actually looking at that McLaren, how much his helmet reminds me of Alonso's. You know, blue helmet in a McLaren, of course it would, but it's crazy how similar it looks to it. But anyway, from the front anyway. Lee, who he must be getting close to disqualification. I don't know how many penalties it is for disqualification, but he must be getting quite close for it. I think it's over like 5 or 6. He's already seen, I think I've seen 2 or 3 pop up by now. And look at this, Sam right on Jordan, trying to make the move, and I think he's been successful for now anyway. And I've just hit the wrong thing, as Sam does get past round the outside, and he also gets the DRS to pull away. But Jordan is using overtake. He used overtake for the start up there. They're both now using 2 and now 1 for Jordan, who's down the inside. No contact made, luckily. I thought they might have had a bit of contact, and Sam, he can't do that. He's went wide off the track, gets a penalty in the same place as Jordan did in the last lap. And on the inside, Jordan gets the move done once again. He's back past into a position. I don't know what to say. I don't know where he is. But, yeah. Well, that was a pretty decent battle there as well. We're finally getting the battle between these two that I sort of expected earlier. They've been so close the whole race. Here comes Sam again, trying to get past the Ferrari. And, well, no defence given actually there by Jordan. Maybe looking for the exit. I would run on board, but, you know, that. So, yeah, up the hill they go towards the right-hander, which then leads on to another right-hander. I mean, this track is very fluid when you get it right, and these two having such a good battle. It's probably, they're probably enjoying this quite a lot, I imagine, seeing just how much this track flows. I mean, especially in this last sector, I imagine it flows pretty well for them when they're having a fight. But, yeah, says Cliffy's in the pits again. I think when Cliffy's name will be popping back up to the top there again, I think that does mean he's, you know, ahead, I assume. You know, I think his name was first there. And now Button will be driving past the pits. So I believe Cliffy then, I can sort of make the assumption that he's leading this race. And Jordan pits. Will this be the end of our viewing pleasure? He takes a penalty. Ah, good. We get to watch more of Jordan. What about Tom? Are we about to say the last of Tom? My god, the revs glitch, man. That's, ugh. I don't like that. And he exits the pits as well. You know it's bad, isn't it? When you sort of... You're on the edge of your seat wondering, oh, is he going to get out of the pits or not? Ooh. But yeah, these two have been able to get out successfully. And Tom looked like he was close to Ahmed, but he wasn't actually. So, yeah. Sort of just waiting for Sam to make his move now. Sort of the only battle there is on the track, unfortunately, between him and Jordan. It's a pretty good battle, I'll give you that. But I just don't know what Brandon, Cliffy and Lee are doing. I mean, they could be having fights for all we know. I mean, Metz and Sniper, that battle's gone, isn't it? Because there was a pit stop. And, yeah. Lap 18 and 27, it's flown by actually this race so far, as Cliffy's name I believe is on the top again. I think it's briefly on top, which either means that them two are extremely close, or this game couldn't be ours to let me see he's on top. I really hope they aren't having a fight, because I miss it. And you don't want to miss that. As Sam comes into the pits, keeps it within the speed limit, pretty close actually, 35 or 36 mile an hour as he went in. didn't lose too much speed. Maybe that'll be the difference between him getting out ahead or behind of Jordan. But I just can't see Jordan being behind. He's got the undercut. I imagine it's gone pretty well. He's also got a penalty to take himself there, Sam. So really, I don't see there being many issues here. As Sam comes out of the pits, let's watch on board from Jordan. Remember, 37 miles an hour down that pit lane, extremely slow. And you can see the difference that the undercut makes there, as Jordan is now ahead of Sam. So Sam, 1 lap fresher tyres. He's got 9 laps, including this one, to catch. And this is probably the battle to watch, because there's nothing else going on right now, thanks to our pit lane glitches. And Ahmed's in the pits. I believe he's got out successfully. Congratulations, you are one of the chosen few to exit the pit lane. Well done. Well done. So yeah, really we're watching 8 out of 11 cars, which it's not ideal, but we're still getting a good race, thankfully. So like I said, hopefully these issues are going to be ironed out by the time at the start of the season. This is why we are waiting. Most likely waiting until midway to end of September. Jesus, not December. That'd be ridiculous. As I was just waiting to see what Cody's do. The glitches in this game so far, surprisingly, I mean, you're looking at this lobby, there hasn't actually been that many. There's been a pit stop one, which is, yeah, it's irritating, but you know, we'll deal with it. I thought there was something out modes in them too, but no, it's just more pit lane stuff. There's a pit lane glitch and there's the revs glitch. They are not the end of the world. I mean, pit lane glitch, while annoying, you'll still see where they finish in the end, and we're still getting some good battling now, which is why it isn't that bad. But once the season starts, hopefully these issues will all be gone, and yeah, we'll be able to race properly. But this is nothing compared to what I've seen in other races. I'm sure lots of you have seen Paul McGuinness falling under the track at this very circuit as a yeah, that seems to be his party trick, that really, falling under the track. And just various other silly glitches, like getting locked at the end of this race. The game can soft lock at the end of a race when you're on the loading screen. So I mean, honestly, wouldn't be surprised if this stream ends with a loading screen that we'll never leave. But yeah, hopefully this all gets sorted and we can have a good racing season. Because you know, no one wants this game to fail. So hopefully Cody's get all this sorted. And that gap's not really coming down at all. Jordan's keeping good pace. And you know, I don't want to celebrate just yet, but I don't think I see any revs going haywire. Hey, there we go. The rev glitch has fixed itself. We can actually ride on board this Ferrari. Because actually I love the Ferrari sound in this game. It's such a nice sound. I think I might even just be quiet, just to let you listen to it for a little bit. Oh my god. Oh this Ferrari. I don't like this Ferrari. Okay, can the frame rate go above 6? Thank you. Let's listen to the Ferrari. Oh my god, let's not listen to the Ferrari. What the hell has Button done to get this? He's exceeded the track limits so much that he gets a 10-second penalty. That's slightly ruined his day. Anyway, yes, Ferrari, listen. I just feel it's the most lifelike sound. I don't know. They've really nailed the Ferrari this year. If you compare it to last year, I don't think they did last year just justice. But this one, I do think they've done this one quite well. So yeah, it is my personal favourite one. So just thought you should know that. As Tom gets another penalty, I saw Lee getting one and Button again. While we were watching that, as these two are still stuck in the pits. Now, I wonder if Callum's actually leading this right now. Because, I don't know, I've seen, oh my god, I really apologise for this. What on earth is Button doing? I want to see what he's doing, but the frame rate's so pathetic. What is he doing? I mean, he's definitely on the course for disqualification. But yeah, I think It's Me, Callum, is probably leading this race now, because I think his name is now popping up first. If you look, we'll watch at the end of Button. Well, after Button had all these disasters, we will watch see Callum's end of lap to see just what's going on with him and where he ends up compared to Cliffy. But I do think that It's Me's name will pop up first and then Cliffy's. So if I'm right by this, we are about to see It's Me in the lead. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to it that much, but it doesn't look like he's fighting anybody. And he crosses the line. Okay, so Cliffy is still ahead. Right, okay. So I think Cliffy is still ahead. You saw his name pop up about a second before. So I think that means that Cliffy is still leading this race as a Button. I wonder if this is to sensibly go away and retire, because he's had some real shenanigans. I don't know what he's been doing. Oh, unbelievable scenes. He's stuck. He gets stuck. Thank God. Don't want to say. Don't even want to see him having adventures. But look who's been released. It's like being released from prison. He's been released from prison. Here we go. Lee is alive. He has survived his ordeal. He has escaped. Button has now been locked up. And, well, that's actually quite unfortunate, because he went into the ultra soft. Oh my, Hamilton. Tom, what are you doing here? That's not the racetrack. That is the final corner, and he's taken that completely wrong. And by the way, I don't. If you notice on the left hand side, this is a new glitch I haven't seen. It's quite actually difficult to keep track of who I'm looking at, because like there's no marker telling me where I'm going. I've no idea what Tom is doing. I don't know if this is a result of desync. It just seems like a. Oh my God! What on earth? I just don't even know. The frame rate has had a complete disaster here, and Tom has just shot off to Narnia. I really don't know what's going on here, but Tom is out of the race. We can still select him, and now we can't. Cliffy gets a penalty. No, these two, I said they were quite close. It's hard to tell with the top two. I'm going to assume Cliffy was still leading it, and that 3-second penalty. I don't think he's got as many as Callum anyway. So I don't know how this will affect the rest of the race. But anyway, here is that fight. I said he had 9 laps to get something done, and Jordan's tyres are gone by the looks of it. So now is Sam's chance. He's going around the outside, looking for the inside for the last corner. But he's been a bit too ambitious, although I really don't think he's going to struggle getting past. It does, to be honest, look as if Sam has got more grip right now, and we can see him make the move. 3 laps to go at the end of this one, so there's actually 4 to go. 4, 5, 6, and 7. 24, 5, 6, 7. So, yes. Jordan gets yet another penalty. I mean, I don't know, will we see anyone's... Oh dear, I've just noticed something. He's stuck again. He's been imprisoned. We got 4 people in prison right now. Disgraceful. Do you know what has happened actually? It's because Lee's pitted again for the super sauce, and his car has just come back in. That's a bit stupid. Anyway, here comes Sam for the move. Jesus! Whoa! No, I know it's a social race, but that wasn't very social. That was a bit antisocial. That didn't look clever at all. They were all over the show on that straight. Jordan out with a pretty big crash. Probably leave him a bit sore in the morning. But yeah, that's just irritating, isn't it? Because we've got nothing to watch now. So let's watch It's Me. I mean, we haven't really given him that much attention in this race, but he's having a good drive, I think. He was running second for something like that. Yeah, I think Matt Tibos is going on about that being a desync. Listen, I need to make it sound dramatic, okay? I need to try, because wow! That's unbelievable! He's been disqualified. But he's in the pits. I mean, you can't see him because there you go. He's been disqualified in the pits. Now that means, unbelievably, the Buttlebird Josh isn't last. Yes, good stuff. Josh is not last. Haven't mentioned him since he went in a rage. So yeah, these two are still imprisoned. Right, actually, this is useful. So, Button, you're in the chat. Can you tell me, are the people that are imprisoned in the pit lane right now? Where are they? Do you know where the two Williams and Lee currently are? Or just what the order is in general? Because honest to God, I have no clue. Yeah, I was wondering why they were going off. He says he had about 10 screen lags. You should wind back the stream and watch Tom's crash just, you know, a couple of minutes ago. It was yeah, nasty. It wasn't fun for him by the looks of it, but he did just go clean off into Narnia. Didn't know I was watching Sam. It's not important right now. We're watching this man. 2 laps to go. Is he the leader? Okay, so that's okay. I'm right about that. Thanks, Button. So Cliffy is about a second ahead. I've been saying that. Cliffy's nearly been popping up just before it's me as they cross the start-finish straight. So yeah. Okay, that's what I thought then. So actually, it's this man who's leading the race, but he's in the pits. So you know, we'll have the worst "You've won" shot you've ever seen. As yeah. I mean, it looks like it's me doing pretty consistent times. Only 1/10 off as Brandon's in 3rd. So that means Sam is 4th, Metza 5th, Sniper 6th, Ahmed 7th, and Lee 8th. Because I mean, Lee was pretty far behind already. But yeah, thanks, Button. That is very useful. Very useful information. So It's Me is going on to his final lap in a moment, but it's actually going to be Cliffy who wins the race as Sam gets a penalty. 51 seconds separate Sam and It's Me, so about 52, you know, from Cliffy. So what we'll do, we'll watch It's Me into turn 1 as Ahmed closes on him. Have I missed something? Was he lapped or what? I haven't really been... I didn't notice, but that is a pretty fast red car behind him. I don't think he wants to really get involved with him very much on this final lap here. It's Me. And I think on the whole the race has been good. It's been successful in some aspects. The glitches have held it back, yes. And desync as well, that was really irritating. It's caused 2 or 3 retirements. And obviously the pit stop glitch. But being brutally honest though, I think the racing has been really good today. I think this field has got really good potential to provide really good racing this season. So yeah, I need to check when our next pre-season event is, but certainly I'll be streaming it again, even with glitches. And I don't know if I'll have Goody with me. Goody is my co-commentator for the season, for those of you who don't know. And he hasn't, really only, as you can see, he isn't here today. So it should be me and him in the box in the future. But for now, it's just me, really. So we'll see how this one works. Anyway, it is time to crown your winner. As we see him in the pit lane. Cliffy, if we can just sort of... He wins! Congratulations! Fantastic victory. He's been in the pit lane for the last 15 laps. It's Me comes home second. Here is Brandon. Come on. He's also been in the pits for 15 laps. I think that'll be 16 as well when he crosses the line. Be here all day. Ahmed finished, by the way. I know you probably expected. I think he crashed into the back of a Cyber as well as he crossed. I don't know what happened there. Ugh. Lee's finished as well, so he was 8th. He's 3rd. Okay, Brown's 3rd then. Here's Sam to come home and finish 4th place. So in the McLaren, dreadful day for McLaren to be brutally honest with you, especially after what happened to Tom at the start. That was crazy. And Metza in the Cyber, done a decent job actually at the end of the day. I didn't really expect to see him that high, Same for Sniper, really, not making many mistakes. There was a bit of shakiness at the start and all that in that fight with Ahmed, when them three really were getting pretty close, and Sniper hit Ahmed around. But I think in a whole, these two have had a good race. So Meta comes to the line to claim 5th place, and last but certainly not least, better than Sniper, really 6th place. Like I say, I do think that's a good performance from him. So yes, that is your VSL F1 Season 1 pre-season French Grand Prix. And yes, here's the podium now. Haven't seen him in a while. There's Cliffy from Callum and Brandon. 3 cars you never expect to see on the podium. That's the beauty of league racing. You'll never see these cars on the podium unless you have a complete freak race in real F1. So yeah, it's nice to see this type of podium every now and again. And yeah. Am I the only one that hates that wipe transition? Because I hate that wipe transition. It's horrific. Oh my god. Oof. Everybody who finished has penalties, and everyone who doesn't finish has penalties. Maybe apart from Josh, I think, who didn't have enough time to get any penalties before he retired, I don't think. Anyway, yeah, Cliffy has won the race then from Callum, Brandon, Sam, Meta, Sniper, Ahmed, Lee, Jordan, Tom, Rubojeep, Josh, and Button. And that has been your VSL French preseason race. Thank you very much for watching the stream. Thank you to Button for updating me on how the situation was with the drivers when they were locked in prison, or the pit lane, whatever you want to call it. And we'll see you next time out for the next pre-season event. Take care.